First of all, I'd like to say Shalom. I want to give all honors and glories and praise due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, double honors and apostles and elders, a great millstone. Peace to Akim that's doing this work on the four corners of earth, risking lives and your freedom. Also, shout out to you Confucianist-based brothers that's doing this work daily and putting your lives on the line. And also, shout out to the Akim women that are waking up to this knowledge that they're Israelites, and not so-called black, because there's no such thing as black people that's watching and learning. Also, too, there is no such thing as nobody on this planet is black. That's number one. Everybody on this planet is different shades of brown. That's it. Except for the so-called white man who was Esau Edom, also, too, really this video is going to, I just want to put that 2 cents out there, because, there's no such thing as black people, and it pisses me off when they say that bullshit, and so-called white people are not white, they're red, because like prime example, like this white t-shirt right here, there's no so-called white people this shade at all, they're red, but what I want to get into, basically that, that these, the scriptures is what I'm going into is that, how these Edomites, this is like the end of their kingdom. And it is, this is the end of their, kingdom of heaven. Thus said the Lord, and the scriptures I want to get into basically, it's going to be about how, how these Edomites, along with these heathen nations, how they touched the Lord the apple of his eye. And I'm going to prove that right now. First of all, I'm going to go to prove that, that the 12 tribes of Israel, of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, he's only for Israel, that's it. Okay, Deuteronomy 7 verses 6. For there are a holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy power had chosen thee to be a special people unto himself. When it says that, that's talking about how the Lord only, he has a favorite, and there's only one nation that he favors, and that's Israel. Above all people that are upon the face of the earth, kind. The so-called Negroes, so-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, so-called Native Americans are the apple's eye, But the reason why the Lord punished us and put us in captivity, for all 12 tribes, starting with the northern kingdom, because, they've been enslaved for over 500 years, and in the southern kingdom, they've been enslaved here for over 400 years, and we're pretty much at the end of this kingdom of heaven as Esau, also, let me get a scripture right quick. Okay, Zechariah, chapter 2, verse 8. For thus shall the Lord of hosts, after the glory had he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you. For he that touches you touches the apple of my eye. Khan, that's right. The 12 tribes of Israel are, are the apple of his eye. You know, because the 12 tribes of Israel, ever since, we done came over here and also scattered among, on the four corners of the earth, not just the so-called white man, but also these other nations, Elam, Moab, Ishmael, the Hamites, all these other nations, they put their hands on us, and now I see the punishments of today, about the scriptures, which go back to the scriptures. They these Edomites got a real problem, and that's the opioid crisis. At first it was like maybe like 400 and 500. Now it's up to 600. It's continually growing. But these Edomites, let me tell you something too. Like what kind of, I understand prophecy had to be fulfilled, but like me, I'm an '80s baby. I'm old enough when like we had the crack epidemic throughout the whole 1980s. And they was locking Jacob left and right. I remember them days, back during the crack era. They was locking Jakes up left and right, and even like for the little pieces of crack, they'll mess around and get them like 20. They'll mess around and get them like 25 or even like 40 or 60 years for a little piece of the drug. But when these Edomites go to jail here now, that when they go to jail, they don't really really get locked up at all. They don't do no time. So what they want to do now is like give them some type of treatment, some type of clinic help. But no, they need to have their monkey ass in jail. You know, but that's really the punishment of what happened in the '80s. But not only that, but throughout the 400 years of our captivity. And this is really revenge coming from the Most High. Forcing the drugs in our neighborhood, and so now it's coming back twofold on them, really, for putting drugs in our neighborhood. From my lifetime, and now they're paying for it. The opioid crisis is killing their ass. What else is damaging them? Them having a low birth rate, a low sperm count. They're the biggest freaks ever. Being gay and lesbian and everything, and giving homosexual rights and all that. And the Most High's against that. Also too, but I'm glad all this is happening because the Akim, we ready to get up out of here. Because we know there's nothing here for us. But basically, this is pretty much the end of Esau's world and the beginning of Jacob. That's why a lot of stuff is happening right now, along with these Edomites. And also too, like I gotta bring this up, like today, I was at the store and this woman was selling like oil products, oil products and like baby oils and stuff like that. And like back in the day, it was so called to be it was so called cool to be a so called white guy, who's really an Edomite, because like now with these Edomites, they really going through them curses. Let me tell you, like I see Edomites now trying to sell stuff that normally Jake would sell, like or what this woman was doing. No Edomites wouldn't be doing no shit like that. Not back in the day, not back in the 80s and 90s. Hell no. They doing that. I see them trying to pump gas at gas stations. And the thing that's like freaky too now is like I be seeing Edomite women with J kids now. Because that man can't produce like he did back in the day. But now, also another thing I gotta bring up, these wars that we done had here in America throughout here in the 2000s, basically, all the way up to now, because like when we had like the Gulf War with Saddam Hussein, the second time going there, and also in Afghanistan. But we all know which that was a hoax. It's just to go there to get oil, basically to get oil from Iraq, and also to get the heroin out of Afghanistan. And so basically, they, like a lot of these soldiers, especially because I think it's been mostly Edomites that's been really going to these two wars. And I think Jake, not too many Jakes been going to these wars now because they be on drugs now. I mean, be really smoking weed. Really, they ain't gonna take you smoking weed. Going through the military. But even like I also did a little research that a lot of these Edomite men that come home, from fighting these two wars, a lot of them end up being homeless. And there's way more homeless Edomites now. So that lets you know this kingdom is over with. But also, and this just remind me of these scriptures, which I'm about to go into right now, because this is the time frame that we're in right now. I know sometimes we sound like a broken record, but hey, we're here to fulfill prophecy. We're not here to, chuck and jive with none of you. But I'm gonna go to 2nd Ezra 6 verses go to 8, and then I'm gonna go to 9. And he sent unto me from Abraham unto Isaac when Jacob and Esau were born of him. Jacob hold healed first of Esau kind. And Esau came out the womb first. So that make him the elder. And Jacob hold the heel of Esau. And that heel represents symbol, a future prophecy of these Edomites gotta go into slavery, And also too, matter of fact, I'm gonna get back to that in a second. I'm gonna go to Revelation right quick, cause that represent he that go into captivity shall go into captivity. So I gotta bring that out. Okay, come. Revelation 13 verses 9. If any man, I'm going to 9, then I'm going to 10. For any man, he that have an ear, let him hear. 10. He that leadeth in the captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed. Must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints, kind. Because, here we are, man, the Lord, the Lord saints, Lord willing, Lord willing, I'm one of the elect, because I'm sick of this place. I'm ready to get on that chariot. But, he that lead in captivity, and they let us in captivity, and now we're at the time where, it's almost coming to where they're going to go into captivity, and they're going to go into captivity hardcore style. They got to do double, just like the scriptures say. But let me also finish this up. 2nd Ezra 6 verses 9. For Esau is in the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it, kind, because their time is up, basically. But I just want to basically go in the scripture that these Edomites, their kingdom of heaven is done. It's over with. We're just waiting on this RFID microchip to come out. And also the World War III escalate, and really kick off, cause I'm ready to get out of here. The occupant watching, of Yahweh Shimi Al Shad, the man that's in their right mind, are ready to get the fuck up out of here. We ready to get the fuck up out this place, man. But with that, I want to say all honors, glory, and praise is due to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rakakadash, double honors and apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace to Akim that's doing his work on the four corners of earth. Shalom and Babal. Shalom.